What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Observing Actuality. My name is Harmonic, and today I got a story for you. Your boy went out on a date last week. Yep. And she was very attractive, very sensible, emotionally intelligent. Big win right there. And it's been 4 days, and I haven't heard a word. Ooh! Right in the gut. It hurts. It hurts. It sucks. Your boy got ghosted. And let me tell you, I was stuck in a loop about it for hours at work. That's being brutally honest. Because on the one hand, I don't like chasing people. I mean, I do it, but I don't like the way that it makes me feel. And on the other hand, I wanted to know what happened. Because we both ended the date saying, hey, I had a good time. I want to see you again. I don't know where the disconnect is. So after hours of being stuck on this, I finally gave myself the space to answer and ask and answer this question out loud. Why do you want to see this girl again? And I immediately shot back because I had a good time with her and I want to keep having good times with her. You see what I did there? I'm about to come down on me. This is I shot this back at myself. You know what? Just because you had a good time with this girl once does not justify or give you the clearance to keep trying to force things in place that don't naturally align. She hasn't called you back. You texted her, said, hey, I had a good time. I want to see you again. She responded, hey, I'll let you know. She hasn't. Let it go. I guess I'm going to keep getting stabbed. That wasn't enough for me. I'm hard-headed. I wanted more. So my higher self came down on me again and said, you know what you're doing? You want to get in good with this girl. And once you do that, you're going to make the excuse of, hey, I don't have time to read. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to do the things that I want to do because I'm hanging out with this girl and we're enriching each other's lives, so it's okay. You can try to hide behind virtue, but ultimately, you're being selfish. Another stab. Okay, we're going to keep this going. And I'm going to tell you that even after this, I found out more stuff about myself, childhood stuff. And maybe you're saying, oh no, not childhood stuff. Look. Viktor Frankl was a logotherapist, which means a therapist that helps you find meaning, and he was a Holocaust survivor. And he said that when a man understands why, he can endure anyhow. You came from something. Whoever you are today has roots somewhere else. And if you're going to keep clipping leaves from your weeds, you're going to keep running into obstructions in the same areas in your garden of life. You have to get it out by the roots. So that's why I like to go back as far as I can. And maybe some of you didn't know this, but when I was a kid, I used to look like a celebrity. I'm going to show you. This is me as a kid, and this is my celebrity look-alike, Steve Urkel. Yes, I had suspenders. Yes, I had high waters. Yes, I had turtlenecks. Yes, I had glasses too big for my face. And you can laugh, I don't care, I'm over it, it is what it is. I don't snort when I laugh, so don't even imagine that. But like my doppelganger, I acquired a toxic pathology about my relationship with women. And I'll tell you where it started. I've thought about this before in my life, but I never really understood the significance of this until this past event. When I was in kindergarten, I was begging this girl to play with me. Hottest redhead in kindergarten, Susie, I remember it. And I don't know what was wrong with me that day, but I was on one. And my teacher was around the corner getting something out of the cabinet, and she was hearing this. She came around the corner hard and admonished me. Stop being a pest. S-T hard, pest. No one had ever spoken to me like this before. And that stuck with me, evidently. I spent the next several years of my adolescence and a lot of my adult life with the same pathology, the same way of thinking. I'm not going to get the girl I want. I'm not going to get the hot girl. She's going to go after the funny guy, the jock guy, the popular guy, the rich guy, and she's going to see what she can find in the way of form. But when they let her down, she's going to come back to me because I can give her some substance. Total garbage. Ugh. So, I talked to my kid self, man. Real talk. I talked to my kid self. I took myself to where he was. And as vividly as I could imagine, I talked to him. And when I found him, he was sweating, in a panic, crying, just shaking, just chanting this thing over and over again. I never get the hot girl, I'll never get the hot girl, I'll never get the girl I want. And I'm like, dude, relax, breathe. You know that's not true, right? And he kind of, his eyes are still going all over the place. And he's like, yeah. I said, you're hurt right now. So you're looking for information to reinforce how you feel. And part of that is true, but it's not the only truth. You understand? He said, yeah. I said, listen, people, events, circumstances generally work in two ways. There's a pleasure side, where you've done some valuable work in yourself, some esoteric work, you've cemented some virtues in you, and you have this bright light that reflects that goes out into the world, and hopefully you match with someone that's done the same or similar work. Your light combines, and it illuminates the world even bigger and brighter than either one of you individually. And hopefully you go off onto some transformational, evolutional adventures together. That's the pleasure side. You're on the pain side. That means that there's some inconsistency in you, some fracture, something that isn't lining up. So you're triggered. That's the pain that you're feeling. And what it means is that you need to integrate something. You need to give awareness to something. You need to observe something and understand something to integrate it, to make yourself whole and more powerful so that you can grow. Do you understand? So yeah, he's calmed down a little bit now. I can see it. And I said, look, you're hurt and it's hurting me. I can feel it. I don't like it. So show me how you want to feel. And he kind of shrugs it off, and his hair starts to glow and his skin starts to glow, and he powers up like a little cartoon character, man. Like, I can see it, and he's happy and he's bouncing around, and I'm like, see, does that feel good? He's like, yeah, it feels good. And I hug him, and I hold him, and then I let him go, and he ran off. And I'd like to say that I felt better after that I felt better. I didn't. I'd spent a very long time believing the same thing about myself. And I needed to recalibrate. I needed to let that go, and I needed to let it go fully so I could allow in what I want and what I expect to see from myself and in my interactions in the future. Listen, if you want to think about time and death, time is like a unit of measurement of change. Things are always changing. Things are always in flux. The day, the season, the year, your breath, no moment is exactly the same as the last. And death is like the cessation of change. It is what it is for now. There will be no more events similar to the ones that came before, because this is over. If you're not doing this work, if you're not doing this spiritual maintenance, in a way, you are spiritually dead, because you're incorrigible. You are not changing. You're not flowing with your environment, with the world around you. Let's say you break your toe. You don't take care of that, and you just keep living life, that's going to go up to your ankle, that's going to go up to your knee, your hip, your back, your whole body will be whacked out because of this one small piece that you're not taking the time to take care of. It's the same thing with your spirituality. You can't see it in the same way, but it will affect you mentally, it'll affect you physically, it'll affect you in every way. Just like your toe, you'll be in pain, you'll be angry, you'll be anxious, you'll be irritated. You have to do this work. That's why I'm here. That's why this is raw. This is why I'm telling you. This story has a happy resolution. This girl did contact me a couple days after. She texted me. And she said, look, I had a good time with you, but I'm not ready to date right now. We had fun. If I feel like it, if it makes sense to me, I'll contact you again in the future. Thank you. That's legit. And I responded to her in kind, and I said, hey, it's funny that you should say that, because the pain of thinking that I was ghosted helped me to understand that I'm not ready to date either. I thank you for your role in that, helping me understand myself. I hope you get to where you want to be. I look forward to hearing from you. This is the practice and the power of shadow work, guys. That's it. That's all I got for you. I hope this was enriching. I hope this helped you in some kind of way. I hope you're not still laughing about me looking like Urkel. If you are, whatever, enjoy your day. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you get stuck like I did, breathe with curiosity. See you.